Greetings and welcome to part 8 of our 10-part series, Overcoming Sin. And we're now talking about how to correct the situation once you have already been found in sin. So you've identified the fact that you have sinned, and this is what we're looking at. In the book of Acts chapter 17 verse 30, the Bible tells us that in the time of ignorance, God winked, it says in the King James, or God overlooked, it says in the NIV, I think it is. Overlooked or winked. That's what the Bible says. But now, he demands or commands that all repent. So you must turn from your wicked ways. In the time of ignorance, when you didn't know, it's okay. So in other words, once you have sinned, one of the things that should be your overriding criterion is not to commit the same sin again. In other words, the Bible is almost saying to us that if you commit the same sin over and over and over and over again before you know that it is a sin, it's fine, because you didn't know. But once you know, you have a responsibility to mobilize your psychophysical resources against that sin. You may still sin, but you are now actively combating. You are coming against that sin with a deliberate plan and effort and resolve and prayer life to say, no, I don't want to continue sinning. So Acts 17 verse 30. The book of Hebrews 10 verse 26, the Bible says a different side of the message and says that if we continue sinning after we have received knowledge of the truth, there remains no sacrifice for our sin. So continuous deliberate sinning is not something that God really wants us to do. So once you have sinned, even if you continue sinning, but there must be something in you that is continuously fighting against that sin. There must be a conscience that continuously speaks to you about the moral evil or the spiritual evil of that sin. Very important. So, deliberate sinning and the consequences thereof. So what is the role of a Christian in that particular element? The role of a Christian is to then commit to asking God on a continuous basis to remove us from the sin and to remove the craving for that sin from us. Most of us are so enjoying sin that we do not even dare to pray to ask God to remove us from the sin, let alone to remove the craving for that sin. If you can imagine something that you really enjoy and you don't know that it is a sin. Maybe you love ice cream, or you love a particular kind of food or pizza, whatever it is that you enjoy. If you were told today that that is actually a sin, would you be prepared to pray for God not only to take you away from it, but to remove your liking for that thing? And that is where most of us fall short. God bless you, and stay tuned to our series.